Hey, what's going on? So, listen, I want to take a couple minutes here just to talk to y'all about how to never run out of money as a contractor. So, I'm going to get this set up on my deck here real quick. I'm going to hopefully be able to see who's on here, but I'm trying to turn the camera around so that I can. I was going to let me flip it around. There we go. Cool. So, hopefully, I can sit here for a couple minutes. Y'all see me. I'm looking on my computer here just to make sure this puppy is going. All right, looks like I'm live now. All right, good. So I'll mute that. So listen, I get asked all the time, and I was recently asked to weigh in on my thoughts on how a contractor can basically not run out of money and stay in the black in their business. And let me give you the website. Let me give you the resource here for some other great stuff for your contracting business. So just give me one quick second here. All right. So I want you to go and hit up, go check out Corey Phillip. All right. And Corey Phillip has a website called, I'm outside, my Wi-Fi is a little slower here, so give me a minute. Home Pro Success, homeprosuccess.com. And he wrote an article a while back called Staying in the Black as a Contractor. So making sure that you're not in the red, right? Red is red, you're dead. So check out Corey, but Corey's one of many people that ask me this question all the time. My thoughts on how a contractor can stay in the black. And so I'm going to talk about a few things here of how I answered Corey, but I'm also going to share a couple things that some of our members in the Contractor Sales Academy shared, because I actually post the question in our private members-only Facebook group. I just said, hey, somebody asked me, for an article, my thoughts on how a contractor can always stay in the black, not run out of money. And so I wanted to go ahead and I'm going to share with you guys what my people said in our Facebook group. All right. So one of my business partners, Steve, he says, Matt's a contractor in Philly. He right out of the gate, just real quick, he says, you got to know your numbers, man. You don't know your numbers, you're screwed. One of my business partners, Steve Shinholzer, says, bid every job with a gross profit margin of at least 50%. Then within 2 days after the job is complete, add up all your numbers to make sure that you're 50% or greater. This works every time. And that's coming from a guy who's built several multi-million-dollar companies, sold them, and done a bunch of cool stuff. So you better pay attention to that. Michael Garcia up in Canada says, if I had to pick one, blah, 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 having money in the bank is number one to solving all of your problems, or at least most of them. Okay, so make sure you're squirreling away some money for yourself. Read the book Profit First by Mike Michalowicz. He was on one of my very first podcast interviews when I was really, really insecure. It was kind of funny if you go back and listen to it. Paul out in Arizona says, stop chasing unicorns. Learn how to pre-qualify leads on the telephone. That'll save you a lot of time and running around. All right, so let me just see here. I don't do very many of these live things, so I don't know if there's any interaction here. I just want to make sure that you all can hear me. So let me unmute myself. Well, there you go. You can hear me. Beautiful. All right, good. All right, so that's what Paul said. Don't chase unicorns. And a unicorn is basically, hey, we got your number. We want you to come out and give us a bid because we really want to hire you guys. Okay, that's a job that doesn't exist yet. And until you have a check in hand for a deposit, the job does not exist. So don't chase unicorns. Take control of the sales process so that you can protect your time. Because when you protect your time, you can spend your time on the money-making activities, and then you're not going to run out of money. See how that all connects? All right. Jody says, charge the price of a craftsman and know your numbers. Okay, don't shortchange yourself. If you're going to do great kick-ass work, then you better charge a lot of money. And that's coming from somebody who's had an amazing turnaround in their business in the last few years. And it all started with them getting their head right around charging enough money. Gina, my bookkeeper for 14, 15, 16 years now, whatever it's been, and bookkeeper to many contractors around the country, Green Tree Bookkeeping in North Aurora, Illinois, if you want to hit her up. She says, she brings the heat. What do we got? If you make the habit of blaming others or blaming situations, you are not ready to take responsibility of your company. Go find another job. So basically, she didn't talk anything about tracking your numbers coming from a bookkeeper. She's saying if you're not willing to own your shit, then you're never going to make any money. Okay, you got to take responsibility. Brad is an electrician out in the Philly area. He says, find a profitable business mentor. Okay, somebody who's been there before you, and let them guide you and listen to what they say. Do what they tell you to do. Okay, they didn't fall to the mountain of success. They climbed the damn thing. All right, let me, I just looked on the screen and saw myself waving there. It was kind of weird. All right, so let me see what else we got. Got one more that weighed in here today. Looks like someone else is typing right now, and then I got a few that I weighed in. Gene is down in Knoxville, Tennessee. Gene went from, in about a 12 to 16, 18-month period, went from $70,000 in profit in his business to over $225,000 in profit, okay, in just a little over a year. All right, so he knows what he's talking about. Provide a great experience for your clients and your employees while hitting a 60% gross profit margin. Some of you are going, oh my God, there's no way in my industry or my area or my town or whatever, with all my competitors and the unlicensed workers and all that other bullshit that you're telling yourself. You're thinking there's no way I could ever get 60, let alone or 50, let alone a 60. All right, but you can. You can, if you do what Gene just said, make sure that your employees are rock solid and they're having a great experience, and you treat them like adults, pay them better than anyone else, but expect more from them, and then provide a great experience for your clients. Okay, that is a non-negotiable, homies. All right, let me see if anyone else weighed in here before I get into mine. There we go. What do we got? All right, that looks like it's it there. Okay, so here's the things I sent Corey for his article that I think are key to you never running out of money. The first thing I said is don't make your money issues the client's issues. You know, we all have some money baggage. We all have some head trash and some shit in the closet. Maybe you grew up in a family where your combined family income was never more than 40 grand a year. And for you to tell somebody it's $500 or $5,000 or $20,000 to do something, in your mind, you're going, I'd never spend that on there. Like you're telling yourself that. I'd never spend that much money to paint this house. Okay? So what you're doing is you're making your crap their crap. All right? So you got to be bold, raise your prices, charge more, stop mind reading, and stop negotiating against yourself. All right? I had a guy, I needed my grass cut out here in Colorado a couple years ago, and it was an emergency. I had people coming the next day. And, you know, as you can see, we live in the high desert. We got like that, whatever you call that grass down there. I'm from Illinois. Okay, it's not normal grass, but it grew really high, needs to be chopped down. And I was prepared to pay like $500, all right, to chop down at maybe 90 feet by 90 feet or 100 feet maybe. Okay, I was in my mind going, yeah, once we get to $500, then I'll start to give a shit about the money. The guy came out, charged me $40, and he hemmed and hawed, and he couldn't do it. He had to come back to do it. It was a whole long story that drove me crazy. All right? But your customers don't view money the same way you do. Okay? Many of them, that amount of money that you think is a lot is a drop in the bucket to them, and they don't give a shit about it. All right, second thing I said is stop doing your own books. Okay? One of the best things I ever did, my wife urged me to do it early on in my business, was hire a bookkeeper. And I hired Gina, and she's been with me ever since. She's been the only bookkeeper I've ever had. And you got to hire one that'll put a boot in your ass. Won't let you get away with shit. Okay? Third thing I shared was get rid of anybody who's not delivering. All right. Hopefully I'm back. All right, but listen, get rid of anyone who's not delivering the outcomes that you need delivered. If you hired a foreman to run jobs and to track hours and to set things up and collect money and upsell and those things, then they better damn well be delivering those outcomes. And they better be finishing jobs profitably with the targets that you bid them for and have in mind. And if they're not, get rid of them. It's costing you thousands of dollars a year to let people stay on the team, okay, who are not doing their job. Okay, I've used this analogy a million times and I'll use it a million more. If I'm your field goal kicker and I don't make kicks on Sundays or Friday nights or whatever we play, what are you going to do? 5, 4, 3, 2. You're going to get a new damn kicker. Okay? You might give me a second chance the first time, right? First kick I miss, you're going to go, oh man, hey, shake it off. I missed 2. Guess what's happening Monday morning if you're in the NFL? Okay, that's the league that stands for not for long. Okay, you don't do your job, you're gone. And you need to run your business that same way. And doesn't have to be a dick about it, but it just means that people are not delivering the outcomes that you need them to deliver. Get rid of them. That's costing you a lot of money. Let's see. We got, what else do I have here? A couple more, and then I'll be good here for the day. Okay. Market your business. If you never want to run out of money, market your business 365 days a year. Don't ever, everyone say it with me, ever take your foot off the gas in marketing your business, especially when you're busy, especially when you think you can take your foot off the gas. The worst time to start marketing your business is when you don't have any work. Okay? Because it's not going to kick in fast enough. So you need to market your business when you're swamped, when you're busy. There's no better time to step on the gas. All right? So if you want to make sure that you never run out of money, market 24/7, 365. This episode brought to you by Perrier. Not really, but if they want to sponsor us, we can talk. Okay. Last thing that I'm going to share here today. If you never want to run out of, or if you want to make sure that your contracting business doesn't run out of money, one of the other things you could do is have a consistent weekly meeting. Get your whole team on the same page. All right. Use this time to track the progress of the current jobs you're on, but have a weekly meeting. I didn't shut my ringer off. Hold on. All right, there you go. Just making sure you're all back here. I'm a new guy at this, right? But have that weekly meeting so you can track progress, so you can recognize the people that are kicking ass in your business so they'll continue to kick ass, and then you can make real-time adjustments. That's how you prevent yourself from running out of money. All right? So take the advice of the people in my Contractor Sales Academy who are doing it. Take my advice, who's been there. I've been bankrupt and I've made lots of money and I've been everywhere in between. Okay? These are some of the best practices, and what you notice is most of these are mindset things, you guys. Most of them are mindset. They're not so much tactical. You got to get your mind right. If you don't get your mind right, get out of business. It's too damn hard. Go work for somebody else and save yourself and your family the stress. All right? Because if you're not willing to get your mind right and put some very basic things into practice in your contracting business, it ain't worth it. All right, so listen, I hope this helps. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me for a couple minutes tonight, this beautiful Friday night here in Colorado Springs. And if you're in Colorado, hit me up in the messages in the comments below, because we're actually, put your email in there or reach out to me somehow, because we are going to go ahead and we're going to plan a Colorado Contractors event here in the very near future, just to get all us cool Colorado people together to hang out and meet each other. All right, so with that, we'll see you guys next time on The Fight.